a gray area discrimination tactic, right? So,
Mm.
and it's most evident at a club, right?
Yeah.
So you go to a club or a bar or something like that. They're like, hey, we have a dress code. You can't wear sneakers. You have to wear nice shoes.
Like dress shoes.
Yeah, dress shoes or something like that. I
So
didn't even know how to.
stupid.
I didn't even know how to refer to them. But
No, no, no. I'm saying it's stupid for that, not you saying
yeah,
you're
no, 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 no,
stupid.
no. Yeah, so I get you. I got you. So like stuff like that, right? Is like it creates exclusivity, right? Because it's like, oh, everyone in here is dressed a certain way. There's a aura of exclusivity. You have to wait outside before you can come inside. A lot of restaurants do this, right? Too. Like you go to, they're like, yeah, it's gonna be about a 30-minute wait. Meanwhile, they have half the tables inside empty. You know what I'm saying? They're, oh yeah, it's about a 30. It's because they want to create the impression. And the other thing too is, especially with clubs and bars, when you see a lot of people outside, you want to, which is crazy to me. Like you see a lot of people waiting outside. People are like, damn, I want to go join that line of people.
Even though you don't know what it is, some like
Right,
most
the
times.
shit could be horrible inside, right? But it's like you see a line of people waiting for
You're like,
something.
oh yeah, yeah. Like I want to go there.
Yeah, it's like when black people, like when they see people running, they're like, yo, why they running, bro?
No,
We
bro.
gotta run too. Why they running,
bro? 100%. I remember. I forgot when this was. This might have been when I was like.
This ain't a track
performing.
meet. Like,
Yeah, when I was performing back in my senior year of high school, we would always perform in like downtown Richmond, and I'm pretty sure there was one time I saw a couple of my friends running, so I started going with them. I'm like, yo,
so
I don't
start
know.
running too. You don't ask questions.
I don't
bro.
ask questions. What's going on? I don't know. We just keep
Yeah.
it going.
Yeah.
But
That's
no,
why we don't die in the scary movies.
no, we already know what's up. That's why I agree
never
with that
get
as
casted
well.
to play the
Like
roles,
when people go to clubs or even restaurants. I remember going to Olive Garden. I'm not sure when this was with you guys, but we went and there was like a 30-minute, 45-minute wait, and we
You
waited.
mean anytime you go to Olive Garden? Bro.
Yeah.
like,
and you just wait,
they
and
be
then
capping, bro.
you pass by and like all these tables empty. But I also understand because it's not always necessarily about how many tables you have. It's about how many servers
and their
and-
capacity.
Yeah, and their capacity
yeah,
as well.
yeah. But at the end of the day,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Come on, bro.
100%.
Like, how much harder is it for you to wait on one more table? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like, the way I always look at it is like, and this is the differentiation between, like small businesses and big businesses too, right? You pull up to a small business, they do your shit immediately. What do you need? All right, cool. Like they bend and there's no rules. It's what do you want, and let me see if I can appease you, right? Like you say you want to get your tire changed. You pull up to that shit in the hood, they do it on the spot.
That's facts.
Right? You want to get your tire changed, you go to one of these fancy ass like corporate, mechanic shop. Like, you got to schedule an appointment, and my nigga, I need my tire changed now, not next Tuesday at 3. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so like there's certain levels of, but then going back to the, before I go
Dress code.
Yeah, going back to the dress code, right? And now the dress code's dicey, right? Because on one hand, right, it does create this exclusivity thing, right? On the other hand, like it has been used, and I'm not even gonna say it can, like it has been used to like discriminate against certain groups of people, like being blunt, black people, right? Like, bro, you go to a lot of like clubs and bars, like they have an unspoken rule with the bouncers and management of like, yo, you only allow in a certain number of black people. It's like once you read like, we can let black people in. That's how most places are. It's like, they're like, we can let black people in, but like once it gets to a certain number of black people, we start denying.
That's really interesting. I never knew about this.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, like it's real. Like now, thankfully for me, like I've never been, like when I've been dressed properly, I've never been denied entry into a place like while I've been dressed. You know what I'm saying? And then they skip me and go to some other group of people. Now, that's happened before, but it's never happened because I was a black male. It's happened because I was a male. Now bouncers do that shit all the time, right? They'll be like, hey. There'll be a group of girls, they'll just walk up to the front, looking whatever, look at the bouncer. Let them 3-4 of them girls into the whatever. And from a business perspective, it makes 100% sense. You have all these thirsty ass niggas waiting outside the club to go talk to those 3-4 girls, who just walked inside. So like, it makes sense to let them in, but at the same time, it's discriminatory, right? Like I was here first. It doesn't matter that they're a woman with big tits and a nice ass. Like I'm a dude. I'm up here. Like that's how this shit's supposed to work. It's a line, right? And this is where I'm saying it gets gray area, right? Because if I have a business and I'm like, yo, only white people or only black people are allowed to come shop in my business. Well, this is a private business, right?
Yeah.
Think about the masks policy. Like, yo, like I can tell someone like, yo, get the fuck out my store. You're not wearing a mask, right? I could tell someone, yo, get the fuck out my store. You're not wearing a shirt or shoes. You don't get service, right? You're not wearing a mask. You don't get service. Like I could tell you, like you could put in your mind to now those might be protected classes and like you're not allowed to discriminate in that way, but like all protected classes mean in my opinion is like if you get caught right at the end of the day, like it's a private business. I could be like, oh yo, I don't like your shirt. I don't even got to give you an excuse or a reason. I could just be like, you gotta leave. Like they're like, why? And I'm like, because I'm the owner and I said get the fuck out my store. Like,
That's fair. Yeah. Well, two things. One, I saw TikTok, and these two dudes enter the store. I'm pretty sure it was like a fast food establishment. One of them wasn't wearing a mask, and I think they're about to be like around closing time. It was around like dark time or so, nighttime, and the manager literally grabbed him, yeet, and just like threw him out the store because like he wasn't wearing a mask, and I'm like.
yeah.
Although, yes, I was like, you could have been like, hey, can you move? Can you leave? Like, imagine you just go into the store and you completely forget, oh, yeah, I'm supposed to wear a mask. Yeet, get out. But the second thing, in terms of the ratio, I've learned throughout times of going to parties or going to events, you have to have, and it's unfortunate that it's like this.
Oh, women with you.
You have to have women with you. You can't, pull up with your boys and that's it.
Pull up 6 niggas deep to
Yeah,
the party.
like what are y'all
Can
doing?
we come in? It's like,
Like,
no,
no,
nigga.
no.
Why?
Like, because
so y'all can hit on all the girls we got
unfortunately,
inside. Like,
there's no value. There's no value.
are you saying dick has no value, my nigga?
Unfortunately, there is less demand of men in the club, and there's more demand of women in the club for the simple reason that, like you said, there's a lot of thirsty dudes trying to go in and slide up on some girls like, "Ayo, what's good?" You know what I'm saying, and get the number.
Can I just push back one thing though? To be honest,
Okay.
it does not happen often.
Okay.
But if there's too many women at a party, that is a problem as well.
I've never seen that in my life.
I have before.
Really?
And that's just, I don't want to say it's just as bad of an issue,
Mm.
but it is pretty much just as bad of an issue. Like you need to have some semblance of a ratio. Now, here's the thing is that most women, I'm assuming if it was like 80-20, they'd feel really uncomfortable, right? Like say they walked into a club, it was 80% dudes in the
Oh
club.
yeah, they would all leave.
Yeah, they would feel uncomfortable, right? Most dudes, you walk in, if it was 20% dudes, 80% girls, you'd probably be on the phone with your homeboys like, my nigga, come through right now.
I found the gold mine.
Right? Or you'd be like, yo, bro, you better shut your ass up. You don't say shit. We just gonna be chilling here. Like, don't say shit. Like,
Yeah.
like, but at a certain point too, right? When it flips over,
Mm.
like, then the dudes can start to feel uncomfortable with how many women are there. And not just that, right? We're looking at all this from the dude's perspective.
Yeah.
Right? And I mean, flip it. In a scenario where there's 80-90% women, right, at a party, how do you think they feel at the party? You know what I'm saying? Because, yes, people go out to have fun, but people have different definitions of fun. There might be a good number of women there looking for something. You know what I'm saying? Why are they at a party? Like, yes, people can go out to have fun. I'm not arguing
But
that. You could just, but why? Yeah, like,
But
so there's a large number of those women who are gonna be like, where the niggas so I could throw this shit back? You know, like,
yeah.
yeah, or at least so they can look. That's an underrated thing. Sometimes, yo, sometimes it's just the ambiance. Like I just want to be around beautiful people and just look.
That's fair. Yeah. Like I said, I've
Not me,
never
I just look in
been
the mirror if I
in
want
a
to see something beautiful.
situation where you're whack. I've never been in a situation where it was, way more girls than guys at a party or a function. Usually it's like, 50-50. It's a good even ratio.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah,
I just say
usually it's at a
few
good even
times I've
ratio.
gone before.
Yeah.
It's been, yeah.
But in terms of, I guess, going to the club or going to parties, one thing I've learned, you don't choose the women, They choose you.